This man's name is Johnny Abney, and he currently lives down in Dallas, Texas. Do y'all want to know what happened to him? Long story short, Johnny Abney lives at the Hamilton with his 9-year-old daughter. One day he came home, I'm sure after a long day of work, and found something truly horrifying. As y'all can see here above me, he was evicted with zero notice, and all of his and his daughter's belongings were thrown in or around the dumpster. But the real kicker here, is that they evicted the wrong tenant. Johnny Abney's stuff should have never been thrown out. We're gonna go to Fox 4 for the report. There is a longer video on YouTube. I only took a snippet of it, but fair warning, y'all, the apartment complex is now trying to basically escape responsibility.
To have a couch here, a TV stand with the TV.
After Johnny Abney spent years building a life.
This was my daughter's snack drawer.
For himself and his 9-year-old daughter.
It was a closet full of clothes.
This is all that's left of their stuff.
Everything gone.
Everything they own.
Clothing items, all my groceries. They cleared out my whole refrigerator full of groceries.
Is gone.
Well, we had a shower curtain here.
Not stolen, thrown in the dumpster by order of the management at the Hamilton, the high-end mid-rise apartment building where Johnny and his daughter lived in the Deep Ellum neighborhood of Dallas.
They came to my door and cleaned everything out, from my daughter's clothes to my clothes to everything, from a toothbrush, bathing items. Like, they pretty much left me with nothing.
It's all in this police report Johnny filed when he returned home from work in late July to find his apartment door unlocked and the contents cleared out. According to the report's narrative, a leasing agent on site said there was a misunderstanding and maintenance accidentally cleared out Abney's unit instead of the unit next door where a tenant was being evicted.
This your stuff?
All of Johnny's belongings had been thrown in the dumpster hours earlier and had been picked over by the other residents. This is video Johnny took of his discarded stuff. He says his mattress had been urinated on.
The levels of frustration I still feel listening to this. How does this even happen?
Not only did they put my stuff out, they watched people take all my property all day.
Property management offered to get what they could from the trash and return it to Johnny's unit. Johnny said they even had that stained mattress professionally cleaned, but most of his and his daughter's stuff was gone for good.
This door is completely gone, and this one, they just completely just broke it.
Much of what did make it back from the dumpster, he showed us, was damaged.
They told me that it was a mistake. They apologized. The first night, they were overly apologetic, like, let us know anything missing.
But that quickly took a turn.
Pay close attention, y'all. This is how the Hamilton is attempting to escape responsibility for this.
Even though it was your stuff, it's her apartment. It's under her name. The contract is in her name and her name solely.
This is video Johnny recorded of a conversation he had with one of the leasing agents who was quick to point out the apartment in which he and his daughter lived was leased by his ex-girlfriend who had since moved out of state. Johnny was subletting without permission, and even though these receipts provided to us by an attorney for the Hamilton show that Johnny paid the near $3,000 in rent each month, any direct discussion about making him whole was off the table.
$3,000 a month? $3,000? Is this Seattle? I'm never gonna live in the big city. I mean, granted, I don't really want to, but I would like the option, but I don't even know how I would afford it.
We are binded by law. We cannot discuss anything with anybody that is not her.
According to this lawsuit Johnny has now filed against the property management company, they gave him 24 hours to fill out his own rental application or face eviction.
Now, according to Johnny Abney's lawyer, first and foremost, the fact that the apartment is not in his name does not matter. His girlfriend hasn't filed a complaint. He has been paying the rent. It literally does not matter. And as for why he hasn't filled out this form, he's not even sure he wants to live in this building anymore. And why would he? Not only was he accidentally evicted, now they're trying to evict him for real. And on top of that, they have very loosely accepted responsibility for what they did. And overall, this whole situation is just lacking humanity. It's lacking sympathy, empathy. It's lacking accountability. I mean, where is the human decency on behalf of the Hamilton? And hey, don't get me wrong, it warms my heart that they had his mattress cleaned for him after somebody pissed on it. But accusing him of subletting without permission is so absurd. I hope Johnny Abney wins his lawsuit. What happened to him is just so freaking terrible. The Hamilton and the managers, everybody involved, they should be ashamed of themselves.